Kaspa is really due for a breakout, and the range is getting tighter and tighter every day. And while the rest of the crypto market is breaking out like crazy, doesn't matter if it's Bitcoin or altcoins, and heck, even the stock market is breaking out. So today we will have a quick look at when Kaspa could break out as well. Let's go. Welcome to another episode of Philprints, your one and only stop for crypto finance and trading. Now, it's actually really crazy to see. Kaspa has one of the most active, most importantly to say, constantly active communities out there. Despite the big pump in crypto, most of crypto Twitter, crypto YouTube is super calm. It seems like most people still are not really interested. But the interest in Kaspa is very constant. There are a lot of maxis and fanboys, but still prices not breaking out. So does this mean Kaspa is too saturated? No, I don't think so. Or is it that there's too much hopium and not enough new utility? Well, speaking of hopium, of course, there is a lot of hopium when there is a lot of maxis. I do like Kaspa a lot, especially because of the technological foundations, which are bulletproof in my opinion. And as a software developer, I really like this, but nevertheless, I'm not a Kaspa maxi. Quite frankly, I'm not a maxi for any cryptocurrency. To make it simple, for me, there are very great projects and less great projects. And that actually holds true for most things in life. And then a second point I mentioned, is there not enough new utility on Kaspa? Well, no, that's not true either. Because in a very short amount of time, more specifically, next month, the foundation of a Kaspa ecosystem will be laid and two token protocols, KRC20 and KRC721, will be released. I've already talked about this in depth in a video some days ago. I will link it here. So there is indeed a lot of innovation and utility happening still. But it could be that the community is in kind of a waiting situation. They want to see what these token protocols are really offering, how well they will function, if they will really onboard new users to Kaspa, and altogether if it will be a smooth experience. And for me, that is basically the fundamental explanation why we are here in this range and not breaking out yet alongside with the rest of the market. Now, when we forget about the news and just look at the price chart and do some technical analysis, you can see that at this very moment, we are at the lower curve here. And this curve is basically connecting all the lows of Kaspa here. I've talked about this multiple times. This curve is very important. This is because there is a fixed supply that will be released over time gradually, similar to gold and Bitcoin. And then we see this curve-like structure. The curve is not perfectly set in stone. There will be new data points over and over. Last time we've changed the lower curve a little bit here, which in the end connected even more points on prior data. Also, we're right now squeezing here below the blue moving average. And to me, it's actually a thing of a few days, maybe a week, till we will see a breakout here. So ultimately, the thing to look at is a daily candle close above this blue line. By the way, you're in luck. You can get this indicator for free if you join my Telegram group. Link is down below. Then you will be able to join my Philprints community, which at this moment is still free. Then you will get the indicator in a 1-hour trading course that explains it in depth and helps you to build your own strategy. So make sure to join while it's still free. This may change for new members in the future. And now that you have this indicator, we can go down to the 1-hour chart and see that we actually had a bullish retest here. So we went up, retested it. Now we are gradually rising here with the blue moving average. Also remember, the blue moving average on the daily chart was pretty much here. So we're squeezing below the blue line on the 1-hour chart and the blue line on the daily chart. And to me, this shows how imminent this potential breakout is. Also, to give you an update on the longer term perspective, you can see here, and I've drawn this in my very first Kaspa video on this channel. If you compare the all-time high market cap of Solana, Cardano, BNB, and XRP to Kaspa, then this would mean a projected bull market top between $3.40 and $5.70. And this is the very, very bullish and I have to say extremely optimistic scenario. So this is very optimistic, not too likely. You could say up to $3. It is still possible. Anything above that would need kind of a crazy catalyst. The most likely thing is actually $1, and I've marked this here. This is basically where the top curve here would be at the end of this year. And why is this interesting? Well, it also depends a lot on how long the cycle will go. And this is something what everybody is debating about, because very initially everybody thought end of 2025 will be the cycle top. But with the way the cycle is behaving, it might as well be end of this year or Q1 of next year. Also, when we have a look at macro data, and I've discussed this in my last video in depth, you can see that for the FOMC meeting in November this year and December, there is actually the majority that expects a rate cut. And basically, every time a rate cut meant that we will go into a bear market, or at least see a sizable dip. And of course, this is still months away, and a lot of things can change and therefore change these expectations. Maybe we see the first rate cut mid of next year. We don't know yet. But with this current data, it looks not too far-fetched that the cycle may end somewhere at the end of this year. And this would be based on this curve, as I said, $1, which still is from current prices more than a 9x. This is very reasonable. This goes hand in hand with the expectations for many other great projects that are not super new. I mean, as you can obviously see, Kaspa had a very big pump already. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please ask yourself why, and do it now. You really don't want to miss any of the next video. As always, this was not financial advice. This was Prince for you. Until next time, crush the markets. Goodbye.